Hi everyone, welcome back to day 15 of the best advice I ever got. It's been 15 days of the best advice I ever got, and I'm sure you've been learning and you've been putting into practice what you've been learning so far. Thank you very much for following through, for staying committed. So, we continue for the best advice I ever got. Today is day 15. The best advice I ever got. People who like what they like. People like what they like. The wisdom was given to me by the trainer on my first position out of college, sales for a soft drink company. Ron said that if I wanted to be a success, I should concentrate on only one thing, a clue. A clue. He said, might be a title, the calendar on the wall, something that might indicate something the buyer is interested in. When you talk to someone about something they love, they will include you in their affection. And when people like you, they are much more inclined to help you. After that, sell, advertise, and display, but first look for clues. It worked. Regardless of the nationality of the customer, their economic status, or the parts of town in which they did business. They all responded positively to a kid with little experience who knew how to ask interested questions. A year and a half later, the company promoted me to be supervisor. Many think that they will be well received if they do the talking and are bright and informed on their subjects. But actually, the opposite is true. I have found that when I ask others opinions and show enthusiasm about what they say, truly meaningful relationships have developed, and that's my key to success. John Holland, speaker, counselor, and board executive. Philippians 2 3 to 4 says, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceits, but in humility, consider others better than yourselves. Each of you should look not only of your own interest, but also to the interest of others. Luke 6:31. Jesus said, do to others as you would have them do for you. Philip Psalm 133. How good and pleasant it is when brothers live together in unity. It is like precious oil poured on the head, running down on the beard, running down Aaron's beard, down upon the collar of his robes. It is as if the dew of Hermon were falling on Mount Zion. For there the Lord bestows his blessing, even life forevermore. John Holland is a storyteller with a passion for people. In addition to ministering in conferences and seminars across the United States, he and his wife, Doris, counsel pastors, leaders, and couples on marriage. He holds a Doctor of Divinity from the International Church of the Foursquare Gospel and a Doctor of Letters from Oral Roberts University. John served as president of the International Church of the Foursquare Gospel and pastor of the Headquarters Church, Angelos Temple. In addition, he has served on the executive committee of the Pentecostal Fellowship of North America as well as on the boards of Life Bible College, the American Bible Society, the Pentecostal Charismatic Churches of North America, and Mission America. He is also listed in Who is Who in Religion in America. People like people who like what they like. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. The best advice I ever got. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Imitate the Lord in everything you say and do. Keep going no matter what. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Imitate the Lord in everything you say and do. Keep going no matter what. These three instructions have guided me while serving God at home and on foreign soil for 3 decades. The first came straight from the most reliable source of advice ever known, the Bible. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Proverbs 3 5 to 6. The second was given to me by Reverend Bonnie G. Hall. While I was serving under a ministry and pioneering a church, she said, imitate the Lord in everything you see, everything you do, and every place you go. And especially, keep your eyes on the master and not pastors. Even well meaning pastors will at times fail you, but God never will. The third came from Dr. Pauline Palmer. While I was attending Christ for the Nation Institute back in the 1970s, I was to answer God's call to foreign mission. She told us, when in ministry, you will sometimes feel down, deserted, and as though no one cares. Encourage yourself by reaching down, getting hold of your bootstraps, and pulling yourself up. Then keep going, no matter what. If God is for you, who can be against you? James Hilton, minister and missionary. John 13:15, Jesus said, I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. Hebrews 12:2-3. Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. Consider him who endures such opposition from sinful men, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. Psalm 42:5. Why are you downcast, O my soul? Why so disturbed within me? Put your hope in God. Psalm 42:5. Hebrews 13:5-6. God has said, I will never leave you. I will never desert you. So who can say boldly, the Lord helps me. I will not be afraid. What can a mere man do to me? Hebrews 13:5-6.